You know how sometimes you're just thinking about stuff and an idea pops into your head and you think, man, I should do that. Well, that's what this video is. It's maybe something special, maybe something fun, maybe something cool, I don't know. But guys, right here on Dirk Fender's Cultivation Nation, we're gonna break down how many autoflower seeds are too many. Hey guys, I'm Dirk Fender and we are back for our third installment of the Gromies section of our videos. So every video when it starts out is going to start out with the Gromies, and what the Gromies section is all you guys who are out there, all you enthusiasts who like to cultivate, and all you people out there who love the plant of plants. I'd like you to drop a comment down below, talk about like what you got growing, what you got going on, what you're dreaming about growing, what your favorites were in the past. Just talk about that plant of plants. And guys, if you have a channel, just drop it down below, because we want everybody to be able to enjoy as much content as they possibly can about the plant of plants. So guys, without further ado, on to the main show. I talk a lot about like the war on drugs, and I talk a lot about that because one of my main problems with the war on drugs was how they took normal people just like me and you and made us convicts just because we wanted to raise a plant. And when my state lifted the prohibition of home cultivation, I was ecstatic. I was thrilled. Medical had come a few years before, and I was able to go to dispensaries and I was able to purchase stuff for myself and my own consumption based on my medical needs. But the truth being, I always missed that experience raising my own plants and having that kind of fun. And you know, the first autoflower person that I heard of was Dr. Autoflower. And let me rewind just a second here. I heard about autoflowers, these curious plants that flowered on their own. And in my circumstance, I was gonna try and grow a couple in my greenhouse, which, you know, locked up and everything. And it was in a good spot. And I thought, you know, why not try to grow a couple since now it's allowed? And, you know, the first run went pretty good. And I got those seeds from a relatively unknown company, and I don't really hear a lot about them. And right now, off the top of my head, I actually can't even remember the name of the company, but I think I still have one of their seeds in here. And so, you know, I got this stash box here. These are my autoflower seeds. So that brings me to the topic of like, how many are too much? So I got into autoflowers and I thought, man, I gotta grow autoflowers, and every picture is eye candy. And you know, the first person that I heard of that talked about these autoflowers that I found on YouTube was none other than, like I said before, Dr. Autoflower. And the guy was an amazing, you know, source of information about autoflowers. And every time they ever asked him, anyone in the comments on his Q&A videos ever asked him what company was his number one pick, he always went with Mephisto. So I went to Mephisto's website and I read their bio, I read all their information on their website. I ate it up like, man, I ate that up like I had been starving for a week and somebody threw me a saltine cracker, man. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, like that is awesome, bro. And excuse my language or whatever, but I was like, man, that is awesome. This company seems really kind of cool. And I went nuts. I had, the ability to just charge as many as I wanted. And then reality set in. And I was kind of like, man, how am I going to ever grow this many, even in the space of 5 years? And so at that point, I gave them away, like just packs after pack after pack away to friends at work and people I knew who wanted to cultivate. And I mean, I would give them 3 or 4 $50 Mephisto packs, just because I felt like somebody's got to raise these seeds, And so I would say, I would recommend, unless you have a really great vault and a way to keep them for the long term. And, I store mine under perfect, pretty good conditions. Maybe not perfect. I'm not rich, so I don't have everything, but I store them under really good conditions. And I keep them, in a nice, cool environment and everything like that. And it's not wet or moist or anything. And, so reality is that unless you're able to store them for the long term, I would only recommend buying the seeds you want for each run. And then midway through whatever run you're doing, think about what you want to get next. Because if you're like me, you're going to wind up with livers. There's 7 in there. Pink Panama. Aunt Jenny's. But let's just talk about these 3 right here, just to give you an example. Livers, I only grew once, and I tried to grow it in an environment that was too cold for it, and so it was on the stunted side, and that being the outdoor greenhouse in the winter. And it was really skunky and really good, but man, I probably only got like 7 grams off one plant, and that's an expensive 7 grams for a 7-pack of seeds from Mephisto. Aunt Jenny's elixir, I've grown that 4 times. It's a CBD cross, and it's really good. We use it for salve. We use it for a bunch of different things. The salve we make, you can rub it right on your skin. It helps relieve the pain topically. It's really great. Maybe I'll make a video about that coming up. We got some Pink Panama. One of the highest yielding plants I've ever had from an autoflower was Pink Panama. The thing was huge. And then, right here, Sour Orange Diesel Kush, or SODK. I grew this one out. I also crossed this one to Blood Orange Haze. So anyways, I have those seeds right here. And anyways, now we've got, oh yeah, this is the company. They're called Growers Choice Seeds. This is the first company I ever ordered from. This is actually one of those leftover. It's an one Afghan auto, and this was a really tasty and well-growing auto, and this one actually was the one that kind of engaged all systems, if you will, and made me do what I'm showing you here. And this is only a fraction. This is just another Pink Panama pack. I accidentally hit checkout twice and double ordered, and Mephisto were so kind as to double charge me and send me double the seeds. That's how I do stuff around here. This one I really want to run in the near future. This is Tooth Decay. I've never gotten the chance to grow this one. I have opened almost every pack just to count how many seeds were actually in each container. Mephisto are really cool, and they do give you extra seeds in a lot of the packs. This right here is Hubba Bubba Smelloscope, another one that I have grown, but only out in the greenhouse. And the one we grew was really just wispy, but It was a smelly thing. We used it in a lot of edibles, and it was pretty terrific for the edibles. These are all just freebies, and they're all Kim de la Creme crosses, and there's like, dude, I don't know, so whenever you order seeds from Mephisto, they give you freebies. These are all really cool, probably never even ever get grown, you know, and there's Skywalker times Creme de la Kim, there's Strawberry Nuggets, there's all kinds of different ones, and that's just one of the freebie packs. I've got all of these. They're, you know, I kind of labeled them on the outside. These are double grape right here times sour crack, and I nicknamed it Sour Matey. And I grew 3 of them, and they were really, really, really awesome ones for just freebies. And yeah, just unlabeled freebies. Then, you know, oh, look here, we've got a CBD auto from Fast Buds. And we got Alpine Delight, another CBD variety from Sensei Seeds. So, you know, lo and behold, I actually have shopped at other places. Here is one sample version of Fog Dog from Atlas Seeds, and I've featured this one on my channel and said it was one of my favorites of all time, because it is. It's really amazing. And then here's a Sour Stomper. Just seeing the picture of this made me want this, and I have grown it once and it came out not well, so I would really like to redo this one. I had too many in the going at once and I wasn't paying attention. This one is all basically Strawberry Nuggets freebies. These ones are all Walter White cross freebies. We've got another pack of Skywalker. Another pack of Skywalker. That's from that double order. And then I've grown that a few times. And that Skywalker is a really good grower, and the bud is really, really good, and it's a pretty easy plant to care for. So I would highly recommend that one. This one is awesome. This is Heisenberg Special. And this is Walter White times Affy, and it is freaking amazing, dude. Like, I love this one. It was a huge yielder. I got like a lot off of both the plants I used of this, and I would highly recommend picking this up if you do want to pick one up. This one's so famous, I probably, if I said it out loud, you'd already know, but it's Creme de la Creme, and man, I ran it on my channel last time, and we ran it in a 420 bang soil, and I was really disappointed with that run. But this is not a disappointing variety at all. Strain, I wanted to say, you know, really, strain is a virus. I'm trying to break myself of that, but anyways, in our community we do still call this strain. And it is Creme de la Creme is just a really easy plant to grow, by the way, and it responds well to LST, so it's a good plant. Then we have White Creme, which is an Illuminati one, you know, and it's a Walter White times Creme de la Creme, and it's also really good. And we grew this and got like 3 ounces off a single plant. I did minimal care for that plant, and it still turned out fantastic. Forgotten Strawberries is one of my favorite, just totally favorite ones by Mephisto. Highly recommend. Frosty, tastes like strawberries. Berry White is another great Walter White cross. If you've ever tried to grow 3 Bears OG by Mephisto, you probably got a stunted plant. At least everyone I've ever known who's grown it, that's what they got. But this is a good way to get that 3 Bears OG to yield something by crossing it with Walter White, and it's pretty dang good stuff. And by the way, you know, I actually don't even like Walter White on its own. I only like the crosses that go into Walter White. I gave away my seed pack of Walter White a long time ago. And this is the Stilton Special. This is like a cheese variety, and it's from, you know, overseas in England, and man, it looks really good, but I haven't ever got a chance to grow it. We've got Skylar White. This one came out really good, despite the fact that I fell on it and broke the plant early on, and then it wound up growing and becoming a pretty dang good plant despite me. So hats off to her, except I ain't taking my hat off because I got my hands full, but you know what I mean. And okay, look, dude, like we got this one. It's a Sam Squatch OG. This one, like somebody commented in my, like one of my videos that theirs turned out to be a male. I mean, I find that to be a crazy comment all on its own, but I've never actually grown this. I've never actually seen what it does, and I really should see what it does, and so I should really put it in that mental Rolodex for when autos are going to come up in the future. And then another pack of Heisenberg Special we already talked about. Another pack of Forgotten Strawberries we already talked about. Or if you're watching me, you know, if we ever run into me, ask me for some of these seeds, brother. Anyways, that's for Orgrows. If you guys haven't ever seen his channel, just shout out to Orgrows. Anyways, Forum Stomper here. This is pretty awesome, man. Like, what can I say? It's one of their best strains. It's a, you know, Forum cut. What else can you say? Made auto. So there you go. And Sour Stomper, dude, another pack of that. And then famous from the channel, Blood Orange Haze. And this is a tremendous smoke, man. It tastes like haze with this slight citrus in it, and it makes you fly. And so now we are getting down to the brass tacks. This is a caramel cream freebie from Humboldt. I don't recommend Humboldt seeds anymore. Sorry. Pluto Cut's not sorry, actually. Pluto Cut Autoflower by Ethos Genetics. For all you guys who say Ethos do not make autoflowers, here it is right here. And this is fantastically growing right now. And these are the losers in the bunch. I do not recommend them. This is how like they come. They come with like an invoice, and they come like this in a pack. These are LSD by ILGM. Skip that company. And with that, guys, that is my answer to yes. How many autoflowers are too much? I've been Dirk Fender. You guys have been awesome. I love you. Peace and party on.